and thank you for joining me for this journey through the Mad Scientist Film and Media Business Plan. Let's get started, shall we? So this overview will be answering a few questions. First, I will describe the problem and how we are solving it, who we are serving, defining our competition, background on myself, the founder, our growth plans, how we know we'll be successful, and finally, how all of this benefits our investors and backers. First, what is the problem and how are we solving it? The problem, simply put, is the lack and disparities in representation across media platforms and how that correlates to media illiteracy. The solution, though not original by any means, is still incredibly simple. Mad Scientist Film and Media is solving this problem with the ground-up representation on all projects, meaning that people from the communities represented will be the same people producing these projects and products. As you can see, throughout time, discriminatory biases impact almost just over half of LGBTQ performers in SAG-AFTRA. Only 1 in 10 industry workers identify as Black and or African American, and less than 0.5% includes people like me who identify as Indigenous. So first, to understand the demographics of Mad Scientist fam, we must first understand intersectionality. Intersectionality is the study of overlapping, intersecting social identities as related to systems of oppression, domination, and discrimination, i.e., Black and queer, or Black and trans, such as Miss Marsha P. Johnson here, long live the Queen, or a disabled person of color. By placing emphasis on working with and properly representing multicultural LGBT and disabled representation and empowerment, we will be serving just under 6 million people here in Minnesota before expanding in the next 3 to 5 years to California and potentially Atlanta and Chicago. This also, with independent journalism on the rise, as well as Crown Media, music and community event company in Minneapolis, there has been a need for more authentic and more realistic representation behind the scenes of what we consume as entertainment. Projects like The Witches of Gitche Gumee and Beneath Dreary aim to satisfy the need to feel seen by many. The game Oh, I've Seen That was designed in such a way that every table that it's been played at has had at least one person walking away saying, I learned so much more than I thought I was going to, or thought was even possible through a game like this. So now I'm sure you're asking, at least I hope you're asking, who's running this show? And that would be me. I'm Raylyn, the Mad Scientist running this lab. I am an Afro-Indigenous two-spirit person who is also of Norse and pagan descent. My journey started when I was 5 years old, when I first really discovered that film could have an impact at all. It was just phenomenal to me. And throughout my life since then, I've gained 19 years in entertainment, as well as a Bachelor of Science in Digital Cinematography and a Master's of Entertainment Business. So now I hope you're asking, what's the plan? And the plan is to basically keep doing what we've been doing and ramping up our social media campaigns, as well as starting our streaming campaigns. Since 2024, Mad Scientist Film and Media has been running ad campaigns and social media campaigns, and the next steps are to start producing video content to long form and short form for all platforms. As you can see here, we're running currently on TikTok and Instagram. Next, and SEO, general SEO for our website at madscientistfam.com. And next steps are to start creating digital content to start posting multiple times a week. And as for what the next year for us looks like, at a glance, you can tell for the next few months, our main focus is going to be, oh, I've seen that. The game itself is ready to be sold, will be ready to be sold upon funding for inventory. That's literally the last thing we're waiting on right now is just funding to buy to buy the cards, to buy the decks. From there, Witches in Beneath Dreary will be finalizing their development to become a pilot and a film adaptation, respectively. First quarter of next year, we're looking to move into pre-production on the series, The Witches of Gichigumi, and we will be also developing further and going into pre-production for Beneath Dreary. And then the second quarter of next year will be focused on creating a pilot for Witches and creating a proof of concept for Dreary. Now, for the most important question of all, how does this benefit our investors and backers? Mad Scientist Film and Media is offering negotiable returns on all of our projects. Oh, I've seen that currently only needs $3,700 more to buy all of the inventory necessary to start our online store and start shipping. We are offering a 10% return on that project specifically, based on the revenue. The other projects are asking for $10,000 and $5,000 respectively for development to get us to a point of pre-production. And we are anticipating those returns around March of 2025. Alrighty, so we have worked very hard to get to this point, and we appreciate you greatly for taking time to join us today. You can find out more by sending us a message at www.madscientistfam.com. And thanks for listening. Drive safe, be brave.